Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, Ambassadors, heads of international organizations, development partners, representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a pleasure to welcome you today to the first event of the inaugural Africa Green Growth Forum. While tomorrow's investment forum marks the official opening of the forum, today's policy dialogue on green growth in Rwanda is an important prelude. I would like to begin by acknowledging the presence of a number of special guests and friends. We are grateful for the presence of the Honorable Minister of Environment from Niger, other colleagues will be joining later during the day, the Director General of the Global Green Growth Institute, and the CEO of the Global Environment Facility. We are also joined by Ministry of Environment representatives and UN resident coordinators from across the continent, as well as leaders from Rwanda, including the Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, and the Minister in charge of Emergency Management. Along with visitors who have come from all corners of the globe, from Sweden to the United States and Australia, we thank you for joining us and hope you enjoy your stay. We are here today to discuss Rwanda's green growth strategy and how our experience over the last 2 decades can inform the future of our development, as well as provide some insights for the rest of the continent. Rwanda's green growth and climate resilience strategy was created in 2011 and remains a groundbreaking piece of policy making. It was one of the first such documents to be produced anywhere in the world, and has had a significant impact on Rwanda's development trajectory. The strategy has helped to put green growth at the heart of decision making, not just for government, but also for the private sector and civil society. While we have a long way to go, there is no doubt that the strategy and the support of our partners is making green growth a whole of society endeavor in Rwanda. Since the strategy was introduced several years ago, we have achieved a number of important milestones in our green growth journey. We established the Rwanda Green Fund to be the vehicle through which resources for climate and environment change initiatives are mobilized and invested. The fund has seen a positive return on these investments. It has created more than 140,000 green jobs, protected tens of thousands of hectares of land against the impact of climate change, and with the support of our development partners, mobilized more than $150 million for strategic green growth. Given the cross-cutting nature of the strategy, it has also informed the development of a broader national strategy for transformation, which includes specific environment and climate objectives. Having a master plan like the Green Growth and Climate Resilience Strategy has ensured our targets under the Paris Agreement, Sustainable Development Goals, and other international obligations are well captured and streamlined into our day-to-day operations as a government. This has led to the development of green villages across the country, which some of you will visit on Friday, a resource-efficient and cleaner production program, which is supporting the private sector to save money and the environment, and the greening of local government development plans. These would not have been possible without support from our partners, including the UNDP, the UN Environment, the UN Habitat, FAO, our development partners, and of course, the Global Green Growth Institute and the Global Environment Facility, among others. Today's policy dialogue is one of many we have held since 2015 to reaffirm our commitment to green growth, take stock of our progress, and engage in a conversation about how we can undertake rapid transformation of our economy from being natural resource dependent to being natural resources enriching. Through these dialogues, we have been able to continuously refine and improve the strategy. With the support of UNDP, we recently carried out an evaluation of the strategy that will help to guide today's discussion. And the outcomes of today's gathering will provide valuable input into a strategy review that we are undertaking in partnership with UNDP early next year. I hope that today's discussion will be enlightening and insightful for you. I thank all our esteemed contributors, and especially Sir David King for moderating the discussion. We could not have a better person given the vital role he has played in our green growth over many years now. We are also privileged to be able to launch Rwanda's Nationally Determined Contribution Partnership Plan later this morning, which is already an important aspect of our development agenda. Finally, I would like to thank all participants for joining us for the Africa Green Growth Forum. I hope you will find the events throughout the week interesting and inspiring. There is no doubt that green growth is the future for Africa, and that requires us to learn, share experiences, and commit to building a future our children and their children will be proud of. I thank you for